And let me just follow that up, and then I have another question. So do you think that the issues that are resonating with people are crime, congestion pricing, the tuition bill, the forgiveness efforts by the Biden administration? I mean, do you think that's also contributed to your rise in the polls? I mean, why do you think that you're resonating the way you are?
You know what's amazing is that if we all got together for a press conference when I got into this race 17 months ago, the top issues at that time are exactly the same as what they are now. Now there are current events with the conversation about how policies have impacted New Yorkers, the way that statements that have been made might impact the way New Yorkers are thinking. That might change a conversation on a particular day, but if we all got together, the top two issues, April 8th of 2021 when I got into this race, were crime and the economy. And at every single point over the course of the last 17 months, the top two issues of this campaign were crime and the economy. And that's not because I say so. That's not how this works. It's because New Yorkers say so. If you did a poll of New Yorkers and you asked them, what is your top issue to decide your vote for governor of the state of New York, what we're finding is that over 3/4 of New Yorkers will tell you either crime or economy as their number one issue. And many New Yorkers will say those are their top two issues. Now, it was an interesting tweet over the weekend. The Lieutenant Governor, Antonio Delgado, put out a comment about how Kathy Hochul is focused on uniting, and she's against division. And it's just a really big irony alert, because a lot of New Yorkers are self-reflecting on a comment that Kathy Hochul made just a couple of weeks ago, where she declared that I, a lifelong New Yorker, born and raised, only 4 years out of the state, was 4 years spent on active duty. She says I'm no longer a New Yorker. She demanded that I get on a bus and I move to Florida. Now, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm running to be the governor for all New Yorkers. Does that mean that all New Yorkers are going to vote for me? Of course not. But what happens after an election is over, you wake up the next day, it's November 9th, and you have a duty as the governor of the state of New York to try to be the governor for all New Yorkers. President Biden has the duty right now to be the president of all Americans. I disagree with Kathy Hochul on a number of policies, but I'm not here to declare that she's no longer a New Yorker. I'm not here to demand that she get on a bus and move out of the state. I'm here to demand that she show up at a debate. I'm demanding that we have multiple debates, and we do them now before absentee voting starts, before early in-person voting starts. I'm running against her because I feel like our state is heading in the wrong direction. I want to do my part to save this city. I don't know about Kathy Hochul, but when I hear the story of somebody who is afraid when they ride the New York City subway, they're talking about how they hug a guardrail or a pole because they're afraid of being pushed in front of an oncoming subway car. Now, I don't know what Kathy Hochul is keeping her mind occupied with over the course of today, but for me, that would keep me up at night if I'm the governor of the state of New York. She doesn't even comment about this stuff. And actually, the people who run Albany right now, the one-party rule, they feel like they haven't gone far enough with their pro-criminal policies. So when I say that we need to overhaul cashless bail and amend raise the age, we need to repeal the HALT Act because our corrections officers are being attacked more since April 1st, and prison staff. Oh, and by the way, inmates have been getting attacked more too. What's Kathy Hochul's big answer to it? Now, I say we should repeal the HALT Act because it clearly had the effect that was guaranteed when it went into effect. She says, well, we're just going to no longer call inmates inmates, and we'll just call them incarcerated individuals, and then that's that. So these are issues that should keep her up at night, and I don't believe that they do. I believe that it's important for the governor of New York to be somebody who wants to be the governor for all New Yorkers. And Kathy Hochul has really done a lot here over these last few weeks to alienate millions of New Yorkers who already were unhappy with the direction of the state under her leadership. There was a point where people started saying Kathy Hochul was Andrew Cuomo 2.0, but there are a lot of people who were saying that who are actually not saying that anymore because they believe that she is that much worse. And this is coming from people who are not supporters of Governor Cuomo. That's how bad they feel about her leadership and how strongly they feel about that.
So Kathy Hochul today started a $2 million ad campaign around the state, both print and TV, where she